Most of the times, people don't understand how far or realize how far they've gone until you tell them. Being a people pleaser is very different from being someone who is naturally kind. Being a people pleaser means that you're always seeking approval, unable to think for yourself. You lack a sense of self-awareness, a sense of self-realization, and because of that, you always look to validation from others. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you how to set boundaries and not be a people pleaser. If you want to know more about this topic, then you definitely want to keep on watching this video. First, I would like to define what a boundary is. A boundary is a set line which has been set and said nobody should cross it. For example, a fence. A fence surrounding a house is a boundary for that house. And what is that fence saying? It is saying to people who are passing around, you can pass here, but you can't pass this far. You can pass here, but you can't enter here. That is what a sense of boundary or understanding what boundaries actually look like. So people who are people pleasers are unable to set boundaries. Why? Because they always want to feel liked. They always want to feel appreciated. They always seek validation. One of the main reasons why people lack boundaries first is a lack of self-awareness. What is self-awareness? Self-awareness is being able to understand what it is that you can actually take, what it is that you don't take, and what it is, how far you can go, how far you can't go. People pleasers are people who don't know how to say no. They are the yes sir, yes ma, every time kind of person, irrespective of what the other person may be asking for is going to be detrimental to them. But just because they don't want to seem, let's say in quote, confrontational, or they don't want to seem unkind, they don't want to seem unkind, they tend to go over the bar for people who won't even move a stone for them. So in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can set and enforce your boundaries. So let's talk about boundaries and how to set them. The first step in setting your boundaries is when airing out your opinion or when airing out your displeasement on a certain situation, do not put the laughing emojis. Do not make it sound light. Make it come off. How you set off your displeasement actually matters for the other person to take you serious. If you go and meet somebody and, for instance, you're in a group of friends and you people are maybe having a good time and someone says something that was actually you picked offense, or it was offensive, something that the person was not meant to say, and then you just say, don't do that again. No. Certainly the person is still going to do that again. But if you meet the person and you say it with a stern face and say, I didn't like how you said that to me, I didn't like what you said to me the other time, it may seem like you're being confrontational, but no, what you're doing is you're airing out your displeasement, and that will help you actually not to keep things in your mind. Because when you just swallow everything in, before you know what, you're having resentment over that person. Before you know what, you're angry. You're just angry. When you see the person, you cannot even look at the person in the face. So you must learn how to speak up for yourself. As an adult, you must learn how to speak up for yourself. Don't let it be that you're the one who is always keeping quiet and letting people ride on you. One thing is, especially for believers, especially for believers, we feel like keeping quiet is the only solution to problems. Yes, there are situations where you have to keep quiet, but not in all situations. When you know that it is a time to speak up and you keep quiet, it is wrong. It is really wrong. And God created you. He doesn't want people stepping on you and making you look like rag. No, he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that. Because if we carry God in us, then why do we think that it's okay for people to step on God? Rema. So when you're airing out your displeasement, say it without those laughing emojis. Remove the LOLs and say it how it is. Okay, the next point I will give you is be self-aware. There's a popular quote by Socrates, and he said, man, know thyself. I feel like that is so preeminent if you want to actually be able to set your boundaries. Know what it is that you take. If you're someone who is fine with people calling you names, like there is something that people in Nigeria do a lot that I don't like. It's definitely not my thing. When you say something and the person just says, Ode, Mumu. I don't know why people find it funny. and the other person will be laughing. Why are you calling someone Ode? Why are you calling someone Mumu? Why are you calling someone Olodo? All those degrading words. I as a Christian, words, the Bible says that words, the power of death and life, are in the tongue. So why are you saying those things to someone else? Why? Why? Maybe it is as a result of how you were brought up. I don't understand. Because there's this girl I know. Oh my gosh. She doesn't make a sentence without adding Ode. And this girl is so beautiful. She's so beautiful. But whenever I hear her say that thing, I just feel like, gosh, it's giving trenches. It's giving streets. It's giving from the ghetto. Why? Don't be that person. Don't be that person who just throws words around lousily. Don't be that person, okay? And don't be the one who is receiving those words. Don't be that person. That's why sometimes there are some situations that you actually allow some people to treat you so bad. And when you're narrating the story to another person, maybe you didn't understand that you have been treated badly. But when you start telling your friend, for instance, the friend is like, the friend gets angry on your behalf because they say, why would someone do that to somebody? Don't let it be you, okay? You're worth more. And people should know their worth. And that is what I'm telling you. Know your worth. The final point I'll be giving you in setting boundaries is don't do to other people what you don't want them to do to you. If you know you're not someone who wants people to call you Ode, then you definitely don't want to. Don't give it out as a compliment, okay? It's those backhanded compliments. Don't give it out to somebody and say Ode. If you know you're not someone who wants to receive those negative feedbacks rather, if you know you're someone who doesn't want to receive those negative feedbacks, then don't be someone who is always giving negative compliments. You understand me? Or doing things that are negative to someone else. There's this my friend. I was in her house someday and I did something to her. I tapped her on her cheek while we were talking. I think we were talking and we were just playing. So when I did that to her, she was like, wait, don't do it again, Agnes. Don't ever do it. This is somebody that we are friends. Like, you know, when two people are friends. For me, it didn't sound. It was not sweet being on the receiving end of getting warned. But because she said that, because she did that, I was able to realize that, oh, don't do this to this person because the person cannot take it. Do you understand? And because she did that, because she was able to say that, that will also give me room to be able to air out my opinion or air out how I feel when something is done to me. So for me, I feel like that's very key, because it reminded me of a time when I went for an event somewhere, and one girl that I don't even know from Adam, she just, not really, I don't know her, but we are not that close, you understand? But she just came, and when I said hi to her, she was like, hey, how are you? I felt like, why are you touching me on my face? Why are you touching me on my cheek? Like, it was so, I didn't know how to, but when my friend did that, it just reminded me of that time that someone touched me on my cheek, and in my head, I had already rolled my eyes to the back. So don't do to others what you don't want them to do to you. But before we get to the final part of this video, make sure you have liked this video. If you are still watching, like it, thank you. Like it, I love you, thank you. Like it, and yeah, let's move on to the next part of this video. I just want to give people a final tip, a bonus point, which is watch who you let into your space, because if they are not in your space, then they cannot cross the boundaries, okay? Watch it. Watch who you let into your space. I feel like that's self-explanatory in itself. So, filter. I'm not saying cut off. I'm not saying cut off everybody, but make sure you filter those whom you let into your space. My ring just fell. That was why I had that funny moment. Most of the times, people don't understand how far or realize how far they've gone until you tell them. Period. So, guys, I have a question for you people. I want to know, When someone does something that is wrong, or someone behaves in a way or crosses a boundary that you set for yourself, how do you react to them? Do you confront them and tell them, oh, I didn't like what you did? Or do you just avoid them? I want to know in the comment section. Or how do you guys handle people crossing your boundaries? So guys, that's it for today's video. Make sure you like, subscribe to my channel, support me, and leave a comment in the comment section. Which of the points stand out to you, and which of them do you disagree with? I want to read, I want to hear from you. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. I love you guys.
If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water,